What is up, everyone? This is Kitty Clinical here with another video, and today we're going to be commenting once again on the medical school acceptance rates by race or ethnicity, part 5 of this article on acceptance rates from MedEdits.com for the year 2022 to 2023. I want to focus my attention on the Asian aspect here. So Asian being a 46% acceptance. That means that of those who responded to this question, what is your race or ethnicity, those who responded that they were Asian, 46% of them actually got accepted. Now, whether or not that means anything is entirely up to you. I'm simply reporting on the data. I do think it is interesting, though, that this number is 46%. It is actually quite high compared to the other numbers. It seems like 46% is, it's 1% lower than 47%. And we see here that in the bottom, if you want to scroll down, it says here that as you can see from the data above, American Indian or Alaska Native, Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin, and multiple race ethnicity have the highest rates of acceptance. Well, if you consider 47% high, then surely 46% is going to be high as well. Or maybe just a touch below what is considered high, I guess. I don't know. To me, 46% is pretty good. If you round that up to 50%, then it's like saying almost half of those who are Asian who applied to medical school got in. I think that's pretty good. I'd say those chances are pretty good. And, it is what it is, right? Like, I don't really think that people should put too much stock in these in ethnicity and race. I think it's important to have these numbers and to have the data charted so that we can look back in history and be like, okay, this is what it was and here's what it is now. Do these numbers matter? Is it important for us to be aware of this? I don't know. At this point, I think it's too early for us to say, at least in the development of this YouTube channel. Certainly we can have a conversation about race and ethnicity for medical school admissions process down the road. We're certainly going to be talking about medical school admissions and acceptance rates more in this channel, because this is really what the channel is going to be primarily focusing on, is the medical school admissions process, the healthcare process, clinicals, your basic science knowledge. All that stuff is important. But the age-old question is, does race and ethnicity matter too? If you're born Asian, is that something that should play a role in your medical school admissions process? Well, I don't know. It just seems like this is something that we always look at, and we look at these numbers, we look at 46%, and we always question ourselves, does it matter? I'd say it really only mattered if you were to compare it to the total, right? Because if you look at the total, 43% is, I guess you can consider average. Excuse me. So 43% is what you would consider average for everyone. Being Asian is 3% higher than the average for those who are accepted. So that's an interesting metric if you want to use that metric. You can also comment on Black or African American, 39% being 4% lower than the total. I think that's equally interesting to comment on. Maybe you can call it jarring, maybe you can call it surprising, whatever the word is that you want to use, you can throw it in there. But it is something that is worth mentioning, that being Asian has a 46% acceptance rate, which is 3% higher than the average. Now, I know that there's a lot of politics out there, specifically about affirmative action and whether or not people should be accepted to college or medical school based on their ethnicity. And here we see that being Asian, from a statistical standpoint, almost plays favorably into your hands when you're applying. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to have more conversations about this. It certainly will be interesting to see what next year's numbers are going to be, but I thought I'd at least make a video on these numbers today. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video.